Here we have a kickoff, and the receiving team player makes a fair catch at about the 6-yard line and catches the ball where it becomes dead. There's nothing particularly exotic about this, but I wanted to show this to you as an example of the new rule on the kickoff, where if the player makes a fair catch inside the 25-yard line, then the first play from scrimmage after the kickoff will be from the 25-yard line, much like a touchback. And so under the new rule, he does not take the ball at that spot where he's made the fair catch like he would on a punt. He gets it at the 25-yard line. And so the same happens if he makes a fair catch in the end zone, or if the ball otherwise becomes dead in the end zone on the kick, and he gets the ball at the 25-yard line under the touchback rule. This is the new rule on kickoffs, where the fair catch inside the 25 gives that team the ball at the 25-yard line. The philosophy behind the rule, of course, is to cut down on the number of kickoff returns, because the data show that players are less safe on kickoff returns than any other play in the game. New rules this year is that if a receiver of a kickoff makes a fair catch, then he gets the ball at the 25-yard line rather than at the spot where he makes the catch. But what has to happen is he's got to actually catch the ball. And notice in this case, the player at about the 1-yard line does make a fair catch signal, but then he muffs the ball and then picks it up. Now the ball is dead. Once he's signaled like that, he cannot advance the ball, but since he did not catch it, he didn't get it until it had already bounced, then he doesn't get the ball at the 25. He gets it right there at that spot. So the idea is that if the receiver is going to have the advantage of getting the ball at the 25-yard line, he's got to do what he's supposed to do, and that is actually catch the ball after making a fair catch signal. And he doesn't do it. He muffs it, the ball hits the ground, and then he gets possession of it. But that's not good enough to take it out to the 25. He's going to have that ball right there where the ball is declared dead. Punt play shows us an example of the rule for leaping the shield. The player on the defensive team, number 15, comes in and leaps and goes right over one of the players of the shield. If he'd gone in the gap, he would have been okay, but if he breaks the plane above the frame of the player in the shield, that's a foul for leaping. So this is a good example of that. And as I say, if he'd gone through the gap, he'd been okay, but because he leaps, and you can see this is a player safety issue, because he lands and there's always a potential for a player landing on his head or on the back of his neck. And so that's why the rule is here, as a protection for the leaper.
Foul, number 15 of the receiving team, leaping the shield. That's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot.